Alright, so in this video we're going to take a look at a great electronic drum kit from the company Donner. So your child has decided that they want to play drums, and I know your first thought is that the drums are going to be crazy loud and it's going to make life at home miserable, but I'm here to tell you that there are great options out there with an electronic drum kit. Specifically, an electronic drum kit that has mesh heads is going to be really what you're going to look for, because the mesh heads are going to be very soft and very quiet. I'm also going to show a just iPhone recording of the volume of our drummer Dave playing on this kit, so you can get an idea of how loud or really how quiet this kit really is, or really any electronic drum kit with mesh heads. So that's kind of my first tip, I would say, for searching for an electronic drum kit. Make sure it has mesh heads just like this kit does. This drum kit package from Donner is model DED-200, and I put the little link directly to the listing in Amazon for you. And this kit includes everything that you or your child will need to get started playing the drums. So the kit comes with 5 drum pads, 3 cymbal pads, a sound module, all of the connections that you'll need to get your sound module connected to all of the cymbal pads, as well as drumsticks and a audio line, so you could potentially run it somewhere if you were going to record it, or if you wanted to send it into a small drum like kind of amplifier so that you don't have to practice with headphones. It includes a bass drum pedal and also the hi-hat control pedal, which is super important for really any beat that you're going to be playing. It virtually controls the hi-hat as if it was opening and closing with the pedal, so that's super cool as well. There's just a wired connection from the sound module to the pedal, so it's super simple and easy to set up. The sound module that comes with the kit has 225 different drum sounds built into it, and it also comes with 30 programmed songs that you can play along to. It has the ability to change the tempo of those songs or the metronome click from 30 BPM all the way to 250 BPM. The different sounds built in run the gamut from rock music to funk music to jazz to hip hop and trap and rap. So you really have everything built into this sound module to get started playing a variety of different genres. So that's enough of me talking. Let's have Dave play a little song for you so you can hear the drums in action. The first clip is going to be with all the other instruments in the band. The second clip would be just drums on its own. I've done no processing whatsoever. I haven't added any EQ, compression. I have not added reverb or anything else. So if it sounds like there's reverb on the drums, that's because it's the built-in reverb in the sound module. So we went out the sound module directly into our recording interface, and then he played along with the tracks, same way that he would in our band each weekend. So that gives you a great idea of how these drums sound direct coming out of it. That gives you a great idea of what these drum samples sound like direct out of the module, no extra anything added to it. Now, unfortunately for the rest of the drum clips, we did make a little bit of a production mistake, and that the input level is turned up a little too high, so the drums might sound like a little crunchy or slightly distorted. They're not like that really, really refer to the very first clip. That gives you the best representation of what the sounds like will sound like either in headphones or going to a small amp while you play. The rest of the sounds are really just there to show you what else this kit is capable of. So now that we're about halfway through this video, if you like it, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a little comment down below and let me know of what you think of how this drum kit sounds. Here on our little channel, we do product reviews, original progressive metal music, and free music lessons. Those are sort of the three categories that we focus on, so be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell. That way you get notified next time we upload. My overall impressions with all Donner products I've been recently checking out is that they're all really well made and represent fantastic value for money. So for $365, the fact that this kit has mesh heads really is like a big deal and worthwhile to point out. So our drummer Dave has a really nice electric kit that he has at his house that he practices on, and that one was around $1,100, but it doesn't have mesh heads, and he was telling me about how much of a pain it is that his neighbor gets mad sometimes when he's practicing, even if it's in the middle of the afternoon, just because it does make more noise if it doesn't have those mesh heads. So if keeping the drum kit volume as either you or your child is practicing is an important aspect, the mesh heads you're going to love. For constructing the frame that all of the drum pads gets mounted to, all the components are labeled with letters in the instructions, and it really was very easy to understand once you got started. Also, all the tubing is metal. The joints are plastic, but it's like a hardened sort of a plastic, seems pretty durable, and all of the bolts were regular, well-made drum key bolts. And on the back side, they screwed into actual metal nuts. So like all of the really important connection pieces were metal, and I think that that is definitely worthwhile to point out as well. I think that this will last a while, even if you have to, take it apart and set it back up. Let's say maybe you're planning on purchasing this for like use at like a praise and worship thing at a church, and you have to kind of break it down and move it somewhere. I do think that the stand will last a while, and it is pretty well made. The way that the sound module connects to all of the different drum pads is with a multi-pin connector that goes into the back of the sound module, and then you just run what basically looks like a 1/4-inch jack. That also includes running down to your hi-hat control pedal, and there's plenty of cabling there. They also included little cable ties, so if this was going to be sitting in a place for a little while and you really wanted to make it look presentable, you could take a little time to really run those cables and tie wrap them off and really make it look very nice. So it's great that they took the time to really think that through and include those tie wraps. This kit comes with all of the tools that you'll need to build it as well. It came with this teeny little stubby screwdriver, and it comes with a drum key as well. So there are a couple screws that you need to use in order to construct the kick drum part of it. Now the kick drum part has metal plates. They're not plastic, and they bolt right into metal connection points in the plastic housing of the kick drum pad. There was also a little strengthening beam in between it, so it's really well sturdy once it's all put together. It's also worthwhile to note that on the kick drum pad and also on the hi-hat control, there's adjustable spikes on the front of each one. So, when you set up your drums, you're going to want to set it up on a rug, because otherwise it's going to slide around or scratch a floor, and that doesn't work. So you need some sort of a rug down, and then you can adjust these spikes independently. So if your floor is uneven, you can get either the kick drum or the hi-hat pedal nice and level and really kind of dug into the rug so they won't move at all. That's another common problem. I can't tell you how many times we've been playing different clubs that have an electronic drum kit built in, and Dave's running into these problems because the spikes are missing, or the thing is moving, and so the fact that it has these built-in spikes, they're adjustable, is fantastic attention to detail. For the demos that we made, Dave literally just sat down at the drum kit, kind of adjusted the pads to his liking, and then started playing. We didn't adjust the sensitivity of the triggering when you hit the drum, so you have the ability to control just how sensitive it is to each drum hit. So for some faster fills that he was trying to play, it was triggering extra than he was hitting, but that is something that, you know, if you just taken a little bit of time, you could dial it in to be perfect for whatever your playing style is. Overall, he was extremely impressed with how playable the factory settings were. The fact that he could sit down at the kit, just adjust the pads, and then basically start playing the beats just like he would in his fills, just like he would at a gig, was really impressive, and again, a fantastic testament to the company's attention to detail with this product. The sound module comes with quite a lot of flexibility with outputs. There's a headphone output, a USB output where you can connect the module potentially to a computer and then use an external MIDI device to actually control different samples. So you can basically use the drum pads to connect to GGD samples or, you know, whatever other samples or software you might be using. It also comes with a dedicated 1/4 inch output and the ability to expand and include one extra cymbal. So there's another 1/4 inch jack on the top of it. You could get another cable, another cymbal pad, and you could expand because it basically has one crash, a hi-hat, and a ride. Adding another drum pad would be really great just to fill out the kit totally and have 2 different crashes, the hi-hat and then the ride. Like I already said, all in all, I'm extremely impressed with the quality of this drum kit. It comes with everything that you or your child will need to get started. Most importantly, it's very quiet in operation when the drummer is actually playing, especially if you're putting this in like your kid's bedroom or maybe the basement. You know, they could probably play on the thing at like midnight, and if you're upstairs in your room, you're not even gonna hear it. So again, those mesh drum heads are very, very important and definitely represent fantastic value for money. So thank you for watching this video. Again, if you like it, please hit like and subscribe. Leave a little comment down there and let me know what you think of the sound of it. For the end of the video, we'll have Dave basically just run through a whole bunch of different beats through the different sounds that are built in on the kit.